Okay. So we're done there, guys. Get you on to the next step. Get this bad boy tilted up. Lowered back down. Next year I'll have it fixed up a little bit better, but it's kind of janky, but that's what you get when it's free. All I need to do is just weld that a little bit. Now quit moving. So now you can kind of get the ears where they need to be. I get my hands in them and press them down into that clay really well. And you guys will see with my other mounts, a deer, its ears can go any way you want. I mean, if you've ever sat and just watched one while you're hunting, they can turn. So it kind of depends on the form, which way I'll do them. Like this is a semi-sneak, so I may have like one ear out, or if it's a small rack, I'll maybe put the ears back, just so you're not just seeing ear on the deer. So you really don't have to do this part now, but they never look great when they're wet. But I'll come back through after they're dry and really brush them. But yeah, now you're just coming back in and doing little touch-up things. Like I said, make sure you get your nose centered and everything. I need to find where I put my brad nail tool. There it is. And you'll go through like all them muscle tone highlights. I highlighted sanding, like come through there and put brad nails, so it'll so that hide will dry down in them grooves you cut. I'm kind of just putting a brad nail here to keep that nose right where I want it. Get that little bit of a lip sticking out. And you'll notice on some places you push on it, you'll feel that it's not all the way down. And that's where you brad nail it. Like this ear needs to be pushed down in the clay more. So it's not so floppy. But you can see they've got that brown line there in the nose. So you keep that centered up the bridge of the nose. But now is where I'll come in with my eye tool again and try to get that eye shape. roughed out for me. So you just stick it in there, kind of move it around, get that eye opened up where you need it. So now it's like, you'll probably have some clay, but like I said, just don't have any of the white showing from your tucking material. Tuck everything back where it needs to be. Push on the eye, get that eyelid close to the glass eye. This tear duct, like I was saying earlier, it needs to go in. And I'll pin it. And so I try to like open the eye up and get this tool in there instead of pressing on it, because then it leaves like a mark. Wants to leave a mark on the eyelid itself. Because the deer eye usually is up a little bit more and then back, kind of teardrop. So just get that where you need it, and you'll be back here tucking. Like I said, keep them eyelids tapped in close. You can come back with your rag or whatever and get that clay out of there. So this is where I'll look at both of them. Get them looking the same. Like you push back here right behind the eye, because you shouldn't see there's probably more than likely you'll have clay back there, but you're not going to see that sticking out. But it's always moving it and tucking. And tuck your upper eyelid, and push down on the top, so you got them eyelashes looking down, pointing down. If they're not, then you know you need to work on them. And like once it's dry and you go back to paint, I mean, if there's stuff white sticking out anywhere, you're gonna go back with like black paint and fix all that. But like I've been saying, if you do as good as you can now, it's less to fix later. So I usually push right up in here, because you've got some clay in there, and then usually that untucks it a little bit. They're looking pretty good, guys. And if you watched earlier, from what they did look like, it's came together for sure. So now I just take my little tool and kind of put a crease right up here for the eyelid, and that's going to put your eyelashes, and that upper eyelid's going to want to bend it up, and then you got to go back and tuck it. But it's just a little subtle. Takes a while to get right, and I mean, I'm still learning. So you try to make them similar. Like, see where you came down, usually kind of in front of the eyelashes. And then sometimes, I mean, probably not with this young buck, you can actually see where their eyelid was before. You'll see that crease. And like a lot of the things on the deer, that makes it nice. Because then you're able to just follow its natural lines. But it's clay up here, so you start pushing around again. You can actually come back in the next day, like get the eyelid started, and then come back the next day and get it in there when the clay stiffens up a little bit more. It's usually the pain, and I'm probably going about it the wrong way, because you get your eye looking really nice, and then you go and groove your eyelid in there, and then you're like, dang, I gotta go back and tuck and do stuff all over again. So maybe it's better to try to cut your eyelid in there first. But I think that's what I'll do, is just kind of get that eyelid started, and then come back tomorrow and push on it some more. I really hate this mount, this form, this stand. Yeah, just leave it like that. Got the clay in the mouth, get that nice and tight. I used to use this epoxy sculpt. It's like a clay, but it's a two-part clay epoxy, and use that around the eyes. But you had to get your eyes where you wanted them, because the next day, later on that day, they were dry. You had no room for coming back and moving them. So I just went back to clay. Because I want time. I want time to push on it and adjust it if I need to. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the ears yet. Like I said, the clay in the ears takes the longest to dry. So you've got a few good days if it's not too hot. To mess with it. You just try to get the eye, like I said before, similar, as close as you can. And I'll, once you're satisfied with that, I take a brad nail and put it in the tear duct a little bit. It's all stuff that you can pull out later. Now I've got T-pins, and they're just T-pins, and I'll get that down in there in the tear duct. And you can still push clay around them. So I'll do that to this side too. Like I said before, you don't want those tear ducts opening up. So then I'll take a few T-pins here. Shove up by the mouth. Kind of helps since you don't have clay in there. Helps from that mouth pulling apart. Which I usually don't have too much trouble with the mouth pulling. It's mostly just the eyes and the mouth, or the eyes and like right here where you got clay. So just a couple of them bad boys. I like to tuck them into brown, so when you pull them, you don't see the hole, and then you do the upper lip, like get it back in there. You can make sure you got your other stuff tucked. Make sure the brow looks the same. And I'll come in with some teeth or some brad nails. And then, I mean, use quite a bit of brad nails. Some guys use different things. And then when it dries, if you go through and you can feel the brad nails, you can just pull them out. And if you don't feel them, you don't see them. I mean, they're gonna be hidden. So it's not a biggie. Like I said, just going back and making sure that eye is tight. It'll save you a lot of finishing work later. So I'll kind of show you what we got so far. See what you guys think. So there he is for the most part. Like I said, the ears I'll mess with a little bit, but I'll come back tomorrow and get them where I want them. With a smaller rack, I don't know if I'm going to pin the ears way back. And there's our sew job. So, I mean, that looks pretty good. I don't see any hairs really sticking up. And you'll be able to come back later with your brush and smooth it down. So I'll just keep on rolling to the last part. And that's brad nailing. So, like I said, a lot of brad nailing. Excuse me. Definitely get down here by the brisket and make sure you've got that down where you want it, and you can still adjust a little bit if you need to. This thing has so many stick tights. So this is where you're going to get your brad nails, down in here. So when that hide dries, it stays down in there where it needs to be. Because this form, it has grooves, like I can feel on that, like it wasn't tied to the form. So just come up here and feel where they're at. You've got a groove around here, so I stick a few in here. Get a few in the brisket. And all these brad nails will stay in there. You're never going to see them. Now let's go up. It's got a couple grooves here. Just go around. And make sure you've got everything where you want it before you start brad nailing. Up under here. Because you've got a couple grooves under its bottom jaw. I'll come around here. I like to get a few around this middle section, end section here. You've got some detail down in the shoulders. I like to put one in there. Kind of keeps her sucked tight to it. Some around the back. Same thing. This deer has some detail on the back, like its hair scrunched up, so I like to put one in there. A few of them. Just makes it look a lot better when it's dried. Then I'll take where we stitched up the back. I'll put brad nails on each side of our stitch in the back. Just if it starts pulling some. Some around here, because usually it doesn't want to stay through here. And we'll do a few in the face. And these, like that vein up there, like see it's bubbled up there a little bit. But then these grooves that I highlighted earlier, if you can fill them, and you can kind of use your tool and put your brad nail in there. It'll make them really stand out when it dries. If not, you might see them, but you might not. So we'll do the same to the other side over here. That's why I sand them out better, so you can really feel them when you come in here and do this. There we are, up here. Like, make sure you get your hair all lined up where you need to be. You can't put them too far up because you're going to hit the skull cap like I just did. But just keep that cape down on the form. And I don't do too many in the face. Just, and these you don't have to. I keep them where I can pull them out because the hair is so thin, short on the face. And you can kind of feel around if any spots feel like they're not all the way down. You can throw a brad nail up. Oh, I'm running out of wall room, guys. So we'll take this off. Battery sign. So I like to hang them up. Hang them up. I'll get you guys here closer in a minute. I'm just going to put a few more brad nails in. Like I said, you feel where there's any spot that's not down, stick your brad nail in there. Oh. Gonna get my little tool and get that top eyelid down some more. Come back in and push. Try to get the ears about where you want them. like I mess with the eyes more than anything. FedEx guys here. Don't know what he's delivering. Something I ordered, I'm sure. Yeah, I feel like I bebop around with the eyes more than anything. Just feel like they need to be opened up a little bit more. So, Niver's right. Tucking and tucking and tucking. You're not done with these deer till they get picked up, I'm telling you. So whatever you're paying your taxidermist, it's probably worth it. Okay. Now where do I want the ears? You guys probably can't see nothing. Like you guys seen, there's a lot of clay in the ears, so kind of just, like I said, you can turn these babies any way you want, just like a real live deer. So I'm kind of thinking usually a smaller deer you put the ears back, just because it makes your rack look bigger. This is a small rack, so oh, come on, eyelid. Try to get these eyelashes turned down. There we go. You've got clay in there, so I mean, don't be afraid to push them around, get them how you want them, because very shortly you won't be able to do nothing with them because they're going to be dry. A lot of the semi-sneak deer, I've been kind of putting that one ear up and the other one back, kind of like it's stopped and listening. It just kind of looks neat. Just was over there pushing on another deer I did yesterday. Excuse me. And you've got the longest to mess with the ears, so I'll kind of look at them. Might keep them like this, might change them completely. Does have really pretty white ears though. Being a young deer, a lot of them are nasty looking. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. Pushing that ear back further. All right, guys. Thanks for everybody who's watched. And hopefully it's kind of helped some people out if they're interested in taxidermy. I know a lot of taxidermists, you can't get any information out of them, but I'm here to help. But yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed watching. I think I had to stop recording like 3 times, so hopefully I can get them all together, but that's what you guys have watched. And then there's one I did yesterday. So that's one that I'm still coming in and pushing on it. Making sure things don't open up on it. And then here's some other guys. Like that one's ready to paint. This one will be ready to paint. This one's ready to paint. If you guys You guys comment. I know this first video is pretty rough, but I don't know, whatever you'd like to see, or let me know what you think. Thanks again, guys. See you later.